Jenny just banged her elbow really loudly. We're recording audio.
It's okay.
So the audio people and the YouTube people, they missed out on Jenny hurting her elbow very loudly.
It's okay. It didn't hurt. It was just really loud. Unlike when I pinched my finger in the baby gate earlier, that hurt.
That was
Guys,
that
painful.
hurt. I've also got what's called a dunker.
And I have alcohol.
I've got milk. So, welcome to Take This Rose, our Bachelor podcast. We're here to talk about Becca's fantasy suite.
But first, guys, I need to update you about my hairstylist situation. Mm-hmm. Don't worry. This this balayage will continue to glow.
You don't call him ombre.
It's both, really.
Okay.
Because it's lighter at the bottom, but like the coloring technique is called balayage.
Okay.
So my sister went to somebody else. I found my stylist on Instagram, but she was at a place in the city. It's too far. I can't do it. I can't spend 4 hours getting my hair colored. Oh, thank you, Dory. Dory says I look great. I do. This is working for me right now. I just did a little flip, so it's got a lot of volume at the current moment. So anyhow, my sister went to somebody else at the salon in the suburbs, and she was fantastic. She was like, I'm going to make it look like you just went on vacation. And she did. My sister's hair looks gorgeous, so we're good.
You want to give him a plug?
I know you were worried. Asha, Salon and Spawn in Lombard. Go see Katie. Guys, the milk is lactose free. Did you know a lot of people in their late 20s become lactose intolerant?
Jenny did.
I did.
Okay.
I've got lactate everywhere.
If I haven't said, this is Take This Rose podcast. We're a podcast about the Bachelor, Bachelorette, and Bachelor in Paradise.
Yep, and hair.
We're here to talk about Becca's fantasy suites. But first, we got to get some plugs out of the way. Mm-hmm. We had a good night of tweeting. I think we're back on the tweeting track.
We tweeted.
At Take This Rose on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Take This Rose on Facebook.
Yes. Take This Rose podcast on Instagram.
And as always, we love getting emails.
Yes.
Take This Rose podcast at gmail.com. Oh, let me pull up our email. We did get an email this week. Very exciting. And remember, the emails, this one's more complimentary, but we've given advice before.
Yes.
Advice that I think was pretty awful.
It was not awful. Can we get an update?
We did get an update.
Can we get another update?
Yeah.
Time has passed.
Oh, we got two.
Yay.
2 emails. Okay. Nice. So I'll do the first one.
Okay.
It's from Christy. And she says, your idea for exes showing up at hometowns is brilliant. Imagine this. Colton walks into that sea of people at his home, and they part and reveal Allie Raisman, who does a full twisting double layout and strikes a pose. Christy. That would have been phenomenal.
Oh my god, that would have been great.
That would have been good. Another email.
That would have been more fun. This is from Tanya. Hi, Tommy and Jenny. I wanted to say thanks. You guys are hilarious and so down to earth, eating ice cream and cake while making jokes about the season. I crack up listening to you read the perfect letter with a Texas accent and then reminding us to support the arts. We try.
Yeah.
I've heard you joke about no one listening, and while I don't listen live, I always listen to your podcast while tackling housework during the week. Now I don't hate chores anymore. Thanks, and keep up the great laughs, Tanya. Thanks, Tanya, and you're welcome.
Wait, before you start, I have to tell you, Tommy, one of my neighbors got murdered last night.
Do you have to tell us that?
Do you? Is this going to be a Netflix documentary? Is that why? I am.
He loves murder documents.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll get back to Dory.
Crazy. Okay.
Crazy. Wow.
Dory, that's
okay.
Terrible.
That's awful. You know what else was awful? Was this week of The Bachelor.
They're very comparable things.
Yeah, very awful.
Murder.
Somebody's
and terrible television.
Yeah, there you go. So, we were in Thailand. Mm-hmm. At first, I thought they said Shanghai. And I was like,
I really heard Shanghai.
That's not.
I was like,
Thailand.
I thought that was in China.
That's in China. Yeah, so they were in Chiang Mai.
Yeah, so apparently we just didn't read. We didn't read where they were, because usually they show that on a Chiron.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. So,
at least we correctly know where Shanghai is. I think that's a plus.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's an old Siam. Siam's not a country anymore, right? What did Siam become?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay, well.
I'm a non-knowledgeable American.
My grade school put on a production of The King and I when I was in grade school, and I was not.
Did you participate?
I was not a part of it.
Okay. So you just watched?
Yeah. It says no video, just a spinning wheel. I think there's video, Jason.
Yeah, because Dory told me I looked great.
Yeah, there you go. So I was
I do. I'd like to say that again.
I did not partake in the production because my parents thought the lady who did it was a little intense, right? The lady who ran.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
a children's theater director. Yeah.
Sure enough, they they had the kids put on some sort of skin toner that made their skin look more Asian. They also did this, and then they did.
I didn't even know there was Asian blackface.
Yeah, and then they did something with their eyes as well, and like the one Asian family at Christ the King flipped out.
Well, yeah, that's super racist.
And then they did it later. They did West Side Story, and they did the same thing for the Puerto Ricans.
Was it the same director?
Oh yeah.
They should stop hiring this woman.
Is
she the only volunteer?
They parted ways. I will say this though, she put asses in the seats. And people were going there. Yeah, I mean, she ran a ship shape.
Tight ship.
Yeah.
A tight racist ship.
So we're in Chiang Mai. Becca says she's in love with two of her guys, and she's falling for the third. So she's already there with two of them. Mm-hmm. And we started with Blake.
Can you guess who?
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious. It was
based
Jason.
on who was eliminated. So we start with Blake.
Blake.
And they went to some Buddhist temple type thing.
They had to walk up a hill.
And well, I don't know why it's buffering for anybody else. It says our stream is good. It's orange.
Stream health. There's a question mark, but I think that's just if you want to know more information.
Yeah.
About the words.
Guys, just let us know that you're seeing us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know what to say about the buffering.
Maybe everybody's internet sucks.
Maybe.
Did that FCC stuff kick in yet?
Yeah. I don't know.
Hashtag save net neutrality.
Yeah. So it seems fine for some people, not buffering for others, so I think it's...
There's nothing we can do.
Yeah,
I'm just going to drink.
So they go to this Buddhist temple, and before they passed a certain threshold, after they passed that threshold, they could not kiss or touch anymore. It's like the fourth time they've done this, guys. They did it on
JoJo season.
On JoJo season. They did it on maybe Chris's season.
I don't know.
They've done it before.
I only remember it on JoJo season, but I didn't remember it until you reminded me.
Yeah. But my thing was they should have raised the stakes. And it was, if you do touch or kiss, one of your fellow cast members will die.
And that joke now seems in bad taste.
Because someone got
given
murdered.
Dory's neighbor.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, Dory. Juan Pablo's season, yeah, that makes sense they did Juan Pablo's. Though, really doesn't seem like he would follow directions. Okay, so we kiss. Besitos.
CC Jason for Bachelor.
I guess. So then,
I guess he's not worse.
So then we hike up to this Buddhist temple. Mm-hmm. The Buddhists, very admirable faith. Mm-hmm. They believe that desire causes suffering. Mm-hmm. So why are we pairing that with the fantasy suites?
Mm-hmm. A tidbit incongruous?
Yeah. I don't think that adds up.
Did you just do a light British accent?
A very light British accent.
To show that you're being fancy.
Good Lord, I might have another dunga.
No milk, though. He drank the milk.
Scrumptious.
If anyone doesn't live near a Trader Joe's, I'm sorry. My friend Allie doesn't live near a Trader Joe's. It's a sad life.
I don't live particularly close to a Trader Joe's. Okay.
I do.
They're not homemade, Cassandra. They're from Trader Joe's. So, when they go to this Buddhist temple, they ring some bell. And it's supposed to spread love.
To spread their love.
But, like, that doesn't make sense either. Because I don't think the Buddhists... Can they really... So this is where I'm just
Well,
the whole
is
no
there-
desire thing. Where does that?
Is there a difference between like practicing Buddhist monks and Buddhism generally?
Okay.
You know how like there are different rules for priests than there are for Catholics.
Yeah. But I still don't think these Buddhist monks should have been advising two people on The Bachelorette.
Well, I also don't think that Catholic priests should be advising people on marriage, but you know, there we go.
I will give them this. People get married in the church and are supposed to be living their lives according to God. I guess. I don't know. I think priests should get married.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that would just... I think their advice would be a lot more practical.
If they actually had.
Yeah, if they had a wife, sure.
Yeah. I feel like you know more about marriage when you're married.
But once again, desire causes suffering. Everyone's on this show because they have a desire
Back
for
to
more
the point.
Instagram followers. Whatever.
And they suffer when they don't get them.
The producers went to Chiang Mai because they had a desire to keep production costs low. And this was cheaper than going to Paris. Right?
Probably. I don't know. Longer flight.
It's gotta be cheaper.
It's gotta be cheaper.
It must be. It has to be.
Probably.
Okay.
The exchange rate in Thailand.
So they ring the bell. Not much happened here.
No.
Like, Blake's very much in his own head. Blake, I love him because next week you can tell he's going to get his heart ripped out on TV.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be bad.
He's head over heels for her. He really loves her. He was like Nick on Andy's season, where like Nick was really in love with Andy. He really loves her. And he's worrying about like how's it going with the other guys. Which I think is
Like, he's terrified.
and like I think if you like actually love somebody, that would be like what would scare you.
Oh, yeah.
It would not be like those people that say like I'm only worried about my connection. That's bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If there was somebody else,
Nancy, you have a troll in your comments section. That's just Jason.
yeah, no, I think that's Dory.
Is Dory trolling?
Yeah.
Yes, if you are a monk, you have probably murdered someone. No, Dory's usually here.
I don't know.
Dory, what's up?
Dory, you want to talk about something?
Email us.
Auntie, who's the troll? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Okay. Auntie, are you the troll? Are you just
Nancy.
outing yourself as a troll? Okay. So, yeah, Blake is very much invested in, like, he's actually in love. Every monk I've talked to has been in prison. Okay, Dory. This is a place of positivity. I don't know how many monks you've talked to.
All right, Dory, we're no longer going to address your comments
For the night.
for the night.
Okay? If you want to send us an email, Take This Risk Podcast.
We're happy to read it.
You know what? We forgot to plug our sponsors.
That trainer, Tommy.
Jenny Cakes Chai, both on Instagram. They pretty much do what they say
I make puppy cupcakes
in Chicago.
and other things.
I train people. Okay.
I most recently made puppy cupcakes.
Yeah. Your hair, or is it
No,
a
that
bug?
was a fruit fly.
Okay. We'll get into bugs later. So, yeah. Blake's really worked up. They get the note from Papa Bear with his amazing handwriting.
He's really got beautiful penmanship.
And he's a great writer. Do you think he hand wrote all of
I do.
the perfect letter?
I do. I
Yeah.
think he really likes the feel of pen to paper.
Yeah, I think that's true, yeah. Because that's how Lee would have done it.
You had to look on the back to remember her name.
Yeah.
We've only been reading excerpts of this book for like 3 years.
So, yeah, they go over the Harrison note.
You're having a hard time. I feel like all of these dates were very talky.
Yeah.
Very little action.
Yeah.
A lot of disinterested staring. And I feel like we could skip all of it.
But Blake says, they go over the note, and Blake says, yeah. Like that. He was really
he
horny.
leaned in hard
Yeah,
for
he
this
was-
kiss.
he was horned
He really wanted a bone.
Next morning, we get there, and Becca slept with her makeup on.
Or she put on more makeup.
Which one do we think?
I think she put on more makeup. Because it looked too fresh.
Okay. I think so.
I also think she may be rocking some eyelash extensions as opposed to false lashes. I think she might also wear false lashes for like the rose ceremony and stuff, but because it didn't look like she had any mascara on, but they were very long and full. So retweet if you agree.
Good. You don't get that analysis just anywhere. I don't know, you might. Somebody said that we're very similar to another podcast, not a crappy one that only has 18 views and uploads their videos way late.
And who someone we know commented.
That we like watches. But the one called
We're not upset.
One called Rosecast, I guess we're very similar.
Nice.
I did not bother to listen. I don't have time to listen to other Bachelor podcasts.
Tony doesn't have time for competition.
Yeah. I did get a book recently.
You did?
Yeah.
You tweeted about it.
Yeah, I tweeted about it. Yeah, Bachelor Nation by Amy Kaufman. It's supposed to be an insider look.
Was she a producer?
No, she's an LA Times reporter who had a lot of access to Bachelor Nation. Who's actually... No, I did not actually pay for it. My mom got it for me.
Mama Bear bought it.
So, I mean, I guess I sort of paid for it. It came... It's deducted from the will.
It came out of your future
Yeah,
inheritance.
the will, yeah. They make a little deduction every time. So, I will read it, but I might be holding off because I don't want to be turned off of the casting process. Yeah, so we'll see. Maybe after I get cast, I'll read it.
Hashtag Tommy for Bachelor.
Tommy for Bachelor. My other notes here. Blake was okay shirtless.
He looked good.
Yeah, so that'll be good for...
There was like a side view in the window, and I was like, I'd hit that.
So there's some Bachelor potential there. And then he cried after.
Yeah, very emotional.
Don't cry after sex.
Well, he didn't cry immediately. Well, it might have been immediately. We don't know the timeline.
Yeah, she might have. Then we had Jason. They went to a Sunday market. So they're just walking around Chiang Mai, doing what you do.
Yep.
And she mentioned something about his condo in Seattle. He corrects her and says it's a high-rise. And then it was over. And apparently it was the worst thing ever to say because she's like, yeah, I just can't picture it. So something went from being in a condo.
She just like mentioned like, oh, let's get a house like this.
Yeah.
And as soon as the words were out of her mouth, she's like, I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. She doesn't like Starbucks.
No.
She's a Caribou coffee gal.
I used to get Caribou coffee all the time in high school.
Yeah.
Because they're like specialty drinks. Taste very little like coffee, and this is before I really liked the taste of coffee. That a thing called a mint condition, which like literally had melted like Andes chocolate in it.
Oh Lord.
And it was topped with crushed Andes chocolate.
Oh, I'm glad they're out of business.
So, they're not out of business. They still exist, just very limited locations. Outside of Minnesota.
She's in Minnesota.
Are you guys gonna go to Caribou Coffee?
Yeah. So she
me and my friend Allie, 2 times mentioned in this podcast, used to go to Caribou all the time. Allie, I love you. She watches us. She doesn't watch the show.
Well, yeah, I know. I talked to her.
But she's a supporter.
Didn't I talk to her at the birthday party?
No. She lives in Savannah, Georgia.
Who did I...
Lauren.
Oh, yeah, that's
my friend Lauren.
Sorry. Names are not... I'm not good with names. Okay.
Anyhow.
Sorry, Lauren. So she realizes... Well, pretty much what's going on here. She realizes that she likes him as just a friend. Like in the Detroit airport. Is that your friend, Allie?
Allie! Hi, Allie!
There you go. Like in the Detroit airport.
They have a Caribou.
They have a Caribou coffee. I just said that. Like that was part of this podcast. I was thinking about it. What is going on? Allie, please stay out of this. So she realizes she doesn't love him. She likes him as a friend, even though he's supposed to be some great kisser. His hair is the number one reason why.
It's just so much gel. There's so much gel.
You know what I realized last week watching? It's like while they were doing the hockey date, he's got hockey guy hair.
Oh, yeah.
He's got real hockey guy hair.
Real hockey.
Yeah, very, very hockey.
Hard hot hockey hair.
Yeah. So she goes and is like, she knows that it's over, pretty much.
Yeah.
She goes and like they show her talking to her producer. And the producer, at this point, I'm kind of interested in what the producer's saying.
We need to get more film.
Yeah, like this is
You
not
can't end the
enough.
date here, girl.
We have dinner set up. It costs us like $1,300.
More.
More, probably. The guys, the camera, the sound guys, they're all union. They're getting paid.
Yeah.
So let's go get some footage.
Let's just film it.
Let's just see
Let's just see what's up.
Let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
It worked with you and Ari at the safe house.
Yep.
So they do that.
Our commenters are discussing how Jason like looked stoned when he came back to see her. He really did.
He's always seemed drunk.
He's just always, his eyes are just always a little closed.
And the way he talks.
Mm-hmm.
Very
almost slow.
Yeah. And almost like back.
Not like a Luke Pell slow.
Yeah. Luke Powell was high. He was high as balls.
All the time.
Yeah. But yeah, Jason does sound drunk. He sounds like he's hitting on a girl at like 12:30 at the bar.
Yeah.
12:30 at night.
A.M.
A.M. Just to clarify.
Not P.M.
Yeah.
Although P.M. would probably be equally sad.
Fuck, marry, kill for you, Jenny.
Oh God, Jason Blake Garrett. Okay.
The kill is pretty easy.
I'd kill Garrett.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
I'd kill Garrett. I'd probably marry Blake and fuck Jason.
Okay.
Because I think I could stand Blake for much longer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think Blake, you could kind of whittle. I think you could turn him into a little man that won't object back. Just be nipping at your heels. Oh, I'll go with you. That type of person.
Yeah, that's definitely what I want out of life.
So they go to dinner. And Becca's face the whole time.
She's just...
I'll give you it. That is not a woman that wants to sleep with somebody.
No.
It's just completely...
That is a woman who's desperately looking for any chance to leave that area.
Yeah, I need to go.
I need to not be here. She excused herself again.
Yeah.
She's like, I need a minute.
And so then at this point, like, obviously, she's like, I just can't do this. I need to let him home. Mm-hmm. A producer must come over and talk to Jason. And what do you think they're telling Jason? Because they need to pump him up. Oh, she's got really bad diarrhea. It's just been real bad.
What was it this season when like someone kept leaving?
Oh,
And we thought they had diarrhea.
Yeah, it was when Colton said he was a virgin. We weren't sure if she went away to laugh or if she had diarrhea. Yeah.
Oh,
so she comes back and she's like, I just don't see as much a future with you as I do with the other guys. And Jason really went for a hard sell. It's like, well, let's spend the night together, think about it. Jason really wanted to have sex.
And or just like give her an off-camera plea without sounding so desperate on national television.
Yeah.
Just sounding desperate in private.
Yeah, and so it kept going on like that. Nothing really happened. It's very confusing. Then she sent him home. Big moment for Jason, right?
It's your opportunity
He's
to
in the
pitch.
van, right? This is your elevator pitch. They always talk about this.
You have to do this. I was putting Lucy to bed.
Okay, so they put him in the van, right? He gets in there. He's drunk as hell. So he's just there and he's silent. He's like, it's tough. And that was all he said.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That was all
no
he said.
wonder he had to come back.
Yeah, he had a terrible audition. He's not going to be the Bachelor.
No.
That was awful. So then she starts crying. And she's like, oh, this is exactly what Ari did. I feel like Ari. It's like, that's not what Ari did. Also, she talks a lot about Ari.
She was talking about him like for half this fucking episode.
It is not a good sign when you keep talking about your ex with someone
she
that you're
is
dating.
not over him.
Yeah, it's not. It seems as though that might have been a bit of a traumatizing experience for her.
Really? Haven't you ever been like blindsidedly dumped while being filmed?
On TV and
Yeah,
cried.
I have. It was no big deal.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
totally moved on.
It's like one of those things that happens. Everyone gets bullied. Everyone gets dumped on national TV when they're least expecting it. Okay. So she woke up the next morning. She was still crying. So she
Sweet Jesus.
very upset about it. I guess. I don't know. It's hard to tell if she's actually into people. Like, she's obviously actually into Garrett. And that's whose date was next.
I think she's obviously into Blake too.
Balake, yeah.
Balake.
Yeah, I think she's into him. I don't get why she's so into Garrett.
Me neither.
There's nothing.
You need to explain that to every person watching.
There's nothing about him.
No.
Nothing.
No.
That's exceptional.
I've wanted to slice him up with a machete since like the first episode.
And I don't think that's an overreaction whatsoever.
No.
Like, he's just constantly smiling like a fucking idiot, walking everywhere. He's like, when I put my toes in the water, they feel wet. That type of thing. He's such an idiot.
What did she say? You were like, it always looks like he's trying to read something from a teleprompter that's like just a little too far away.
So then he has to improvise. He can't think.
Guys, adverbs don't get the love that they deserve.
It's like
on this show.
Our love, it feels good. And I don't know.
Oh wait, this is our still. Hold on.
Man, I can't feel this. Looks like I'm pooping.
That's okay. 26 minutes.
26 minutes in, all right.
It wasn't really flattering for me either.
Yeah, I know.
Except for my hair.
Yeah.
My hair's killing it today.
It's just, it's maybe, can I say it's your best hair day since we've been doing the pod?
It might be. It's definitely up there.
Yeah. That's really conceited. That's very, very self-centered.
I don't take credit for my hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
That goes to the stylist.
I didn't mean to say it was my greatest hair day ever. I meant to say it was not my
greatest hair day.
So they go bamboo rafting.
Like you do.
Yeah, like you do. And coincidentally enough, it was a Thai holiday. So there's people everywhere. This holiday looks fucking awesome, though. So they're in, like, a shallow stream.
Okay.
And they set up these picnic tables in the stream.
Oh, that's
with chairs and stuff. And they're all drinking beer. There's baby elephants roaming around.
What?
Yeah.
Guys, this is my dream.
Yeah, it looked great.
The elephants were out at the zoo yesterday.
Oh.
That was sad.
Gosh.
The giraffes were, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Giraffes are beautiful.
Are they?
Yeah. Have you seen a giraffe up close?
No. I can't say up close. I mean, I've seen one at the zoo.
Well, yeah, you can get pretty close to them, especially if you wander like over by the part where people pay to feed them, but you just get really close and you don't pay.
You don't pay? Okay.
Yeah.
I will say when I was in Prague in Czech Republic, they had a great zoo. You get pretty close to some animals. Like the tortoises, they're just there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are they like really big?
Oh, they're pretty big. They're also pretty lazy. Not much going on there.
I don't know what you were expecting. Have you not heard the tortoise and the hare?
I thought that's more of a figurative thing than me.
Yeah,
It's just an unathletic
from
tortoise.
truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. But it's just they literally do not move. Yeah.
They don't have to. Would you?
No, I guess. I think they really get it. They're like, just, fuck this. I'm going to be here forever.
Do you know how long I live?
Oh my god.
I live a really long time. I gotta take it easy.
Like, there are tortoises that were alive, like, when World War I happened.
That's so cool.
That's crazy. And yet, how many times has that tortoise had sex?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Do you think? I don't know.
Probably.
I feel like it takes
Even if it's only
it takes
once
it
a
forever
year.
for that tortoise to respond to texts. And then the female tortoises
You
are like,
up?
is he playing a game? I don't know. I thought that's going to be a funnier bit.
It might be because I'm a little drunk.
Okay. I doubt it. Usually things are funnier when you're drunk. So they go... The Thai holiday happens. They do a bamboo stuff. Mm-hmm. And they talked about their hometown, whatever. She liked his family, and his family liked her. Mm-hmm. And then she says... no, later. That's later. Now they go to the night portion. And it's like they went glamping. Okay? She had another Ari reference talking about how bad Ari is. Ari is like... Why is she so obsessed with Ari?
I don't know. Because he dumped her.
I think it's just a continual thing of don't forget, guys, I got played really bad.
Well,
You can't
feel like she might be subconsciously, like, real answer. I think she might be subconsciously mentioning him a lot because she is in love with two people. So she is trying to, like, proactively empathize.
Yeah.
Be like, like, this happened to me and now I'm in the same situation. So, like, I understand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what she's trying to do, but it's just like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up about Ari. That's how we feel about it.
I've heard a rumor
What is
that
it?
Ari's on next week. Or in 2 weeks. Yeah. Can you believe it?
Maybe that should be our new still. Just mouths agape. Would you like that better?
I don't know.
No, you don't like that better?
I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out.
Tommy's super vain.
So she's talking about like how she couldn't fit into Ari's life. Or like Ari couldn't fit into her life. It's more about how she fit into Ari's life. And Garrett says, well, what's awesome about me is I can fit into anybody's life.
What's awesome about me? He literally said that.
How does he have a job?
What is his job?
I don't know. I'm a village idiot. I just go town to town. People gawk.
Idioting.
Yeah. He's so... You know, and it's like perfect that he had all the homophobic and stuff of... The homophobic likes and stuff, too, because it just makes it so much easier to make fun of him.
Yep.
Thank God he did that. I wonder how he'd feel
Way
about him
to be an asshole.
Yeah, I wonder how he'd feel about him if he hadn't done that. I mean, we'd
I
hate
still
him.
wouldn't like him.
Yeah.
Like, he would still irritate me.
Yeah, but not...
But I wouldn't have, like, the meat to justify it as much.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think that's... We got a lot of meat.
Yeah.
A lot of Garrett meat.
A lot of homophobic meat.
Yeah.
Transphobic, racist, generally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So then she talked about how she's impressed by his sob story. Like, how much he was affected by his prior marriage and how he's bounced back. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this one bothered me.
Why?
Why? I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Let me get this off my chest. So him having a really bad breakup is a big red flag, actually. Mm-hmm. I've been interested in girls that have had bad breakups and have had bad pasts. And looking back on it,
Not gone well?
I have been like, oh, that person is really screwed up for a lot of reasons. And that, you know, to an extent, it takes two to tango in certain circumstances. Obviously, some things are unwilling. Yes. Yeah, right. But people that are in toxic relationships, that's not a good sign. No. They typically find more toxic relationships. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to be in a toxic relationship.
No.
Yeah.
They're unpleasant, from what I hear.
In fact, I've avoided all relationships altogether.
Just in case they might turn toxic.
You never know. You leave it out in the sun too much. So...
It's kind of shrivel.
I think it's really weird that she, almost white knight syndrome. That, she's drawn to that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's very bizarre. Thoughts?
A lot of women want to fix men. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's not a good idea.
Yeah, don't.
Those are my thoughts.
Don't be a fixer. Be a doer.
I, saw something, and it was women go into relationships expecting to change men, and men go into relationships expecting the woman to never change. And it's not everybody, obviously, but I feel like I know a lot of men and women who fit those stereotypes.
Right.
Women want to be fixers, and men want a what you see is what you get situation. Mm-hmm. And people who go into relationships like that are always disappointed.
So I think we kind of have a little bit of both, right? Because Garrett said that she changed once they got married. Mm-hmm. But, life changes when you get married. And obviously, we don't know the full extent of that
I am 100% not the same person that I was when Jeff and I started dating.
Shocker.
First of all, I'm 13 years older.
Yeah. You were in high school? Okay. That's a little different.
A little different. But also, he's not the same person either.
Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily change him.
Yeah.
It's just, life.
Right. So, I don't know. I'm
Guys,
sure they'll get engaged.
It's almost as if relationships are like complicated and nuanced, and maybe it's really hard to fall in love when you're on camera.
On camera?
Camera? Do I say the word camera weird?
Yeah.
Camera?
It's very naturally.
Naturally, always.
Yeah.
Any 30 Rock fans? Mm-hmm. You should be.
So they do that. Then the note came from Papa Bear.
Mm-hmm.
And
direct from his hand.
they did not. Too little Papa Bear this week. Not enough Harrison.
That was the only part.
And
guys, I don't know if it's just because we pointed it out a couple of weeks ago, but his wrinkles are off the charts.
Yeah, he looks old.
I don't know if they used to be giving him the Sex and the City treatment, that little airbrushing, and he pissed somebody off on the production team and they're not doing it anymore, or if the nights of cocaine have just really reached a peak.
I love that he's in cocaine. I mean, I like to think that, like, he was just hopping from Thai brothel to Thai brothel. And then they were looking all over town for him.
They rolled him out.
They find him. They put him in a suit. They have him do the roasting.
Was he wearing a suit? Do we see his legs? Maybe he was wearing gym shorts.
He was wearing just reeks of smoke.
Smoke and prostitutes.
Becca, back on me shortly. Yeah.
He looked rough.
Yeah. That being said, I love that visual. Mm-hmm. And that he's still taking the time, though. Like, he wrote that note on the back of a woman that he had just slept with for a one-night stand. And as he wrote it, he stopped and he thought about how love has passed him by. That's his next book, is The Seductive Host. It's about him philandering all over town. Yes, one night in Bangkok.
It broke in the wrong spot.
Oh no! So they get the note, and then they went to a tent. They didn't get a room; they got a tent. Very alarming.
It was like in a building.
It was like an ice tent. Like, I assume.
But there was still a mosquito net, so not really where I want to bang.
No, it's disgusting. Just gross. And also, production has to be fairly close by in case something went wrong. Mm-hmm. In which case, you can probably see, like, the silhouettes in the tent. They watched them have sex that night. Mm-hmm. I'm still shocked there's never been, like, a secret camera scandal. Hidden camera scandal.
You mean like that one time in Paradise?
Yeah. Well, that wasn't really
with
a hidden
Grace.
camera.
No, it wasn't hidden.
Wait, who was it?
The two.
Oh, did they? Yeah.
Lace.
And
Grant.
Oh. God,
I'm really proud of myself for remembering their names.
I forgot that those people existed. Mm-hmm. And
you're better for it.
Yeah, thanks. So they did that. They spent the night in a tent.
Ooh. Becca and Ari got a tent for boating.
Oh, did they? And then, I think that,
I don't remember.
Didn't Nick get, like, an igloo or something?
Yeah.
Maybe. It's like a little hut. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I don't know. Where's the bathroom? Where'd they go to the bathroom? Tell me that.
I'm telling you, there was, like, a building around the tent.
Okay.
So it was, like, outside, but it was also, like...
There.
Partially enclosed.
Okay. So they had sex. We didn't play our game, anal or no anal, this week, because we all know Becca's not doing anal. Yeah. No. So that was that date. We're all done with the dates, and it's like there's half an hour left, and we were like, why?
And in my head, I was like, oh god, Jason's gonna come back. But I didn't say it out loud, because I didn't want it to be like a Beetlejuice situation.
Yeah. And then sure enough, as soon as she thought that, I was like, oh no, he's coming back. And he came back. So Jason came back. Not sure why. First thing, his shirt really bothered me. Needed a collar.
It was a weird fabric.
It was a weird fabric.
It was like heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of shiny.
Yeah.
And didn't have a collar. It needed a collar.
It needed a collar.
You're correct.
Mm-hmm. So he goes back. drunk off his ass. He's been partying with Harrison all night. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Harrison was like, "You gotta go back, dude."
As Reality Steve noted, he showed up empty-handed. And then all of a sudden, he has a scrapbook.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, what do you think's in that scrapbook?
What PA made that at 2 a.m?
Oh no! Hey guys, we're all going out except for you, Timmy.
Yep.
We need a scrapbook out of you. What could possibly be in that scrapbook?
Apparently photos.
Lincoln's arrest report.
The huge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm eating, so you're gonna have to cover.
Okay. Scrapbook thrown out. Oh yeah, Becca's gonna throw that out. She's gonna hold on to it for a few years because she's gonna feel guilty throwing it away. And then one day she's gonna be going through stuff for Goodwill, or she'll be moving and she'll be like, I can finally toss this in the trash. You know how like you keep something until enough time has passed that you don't feel guilty putting it in a landfill. Mm-hmm. Well, except for the ecological implications, but you know.
But, well,
different thing.
It's paper. You can recycle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a roast ceremony. God knows why.
We're like, why the fuck are we here?
It turns out Blake, he had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go to the bathroom.
Very
He had the stage fright pee. I have that.
Mm-hmm.
It used to happen to me all the time, like before I would sing in high school, and it happened to me before I would like go on stage at Second City.
Okay.
Like no matter when the last time I peed was, right before I was about to go, I'd have to pee again.
I don't get the pee, I get the sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had to be very cautious about what I wore during a show at Second City.
Yeah.
Because
definitely black.
Yeah. There'd definitely be a lot of pit stains. But I don't wear black. I'm a good preppy boy.
So what would you wear?
It depended.
You gotta wear white. You can't wear gray. Gray shows pit stains.
It depended. Just, once we got into like suit stuff, I was pretty happy.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had the
you
sport
get an
coat.
extra layer.
Yeah, right. That always was a nice little bonus layer of defense.
I don't think the guys in my group ever wore suit jackets. There were only 2 of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were mostly ladies.
Yeah.
And that's what we named ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Good show. It's a good show.
It was better than Straight Up Vijay. That was the second.
Wow. No.
No, that wasn't. that wasn't the second choice.
Terrible.
I just came up with that now.
Our group was the opposite. We were 9 guys, 2 girls, all white.
Oh, God.
And we wanted to call ourselves Diversity. That was shot down by a couple of people. Yeah. I thought it was funny.
I think it would have been funny if you had written it on the picture of an old wooden ship.
Well, I wanted to call it Diversity ! Because, like the posters and all of our pictures underneath.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's around a time that diversity in comedy was a big discussion. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So then we did the roast ceremony. Blake had to pee. They showed him. He went to pee.
Heather, I get it before I teach a Zuma class.
There you go. Yeah.
Yep, similar thing.
He just pissed in the garden or wherever they were.
I really hope he ran to a bathroom.
Yeah. I don't know. And then some Buddhist monk was in the only stall, so he had to go somewhere else. And now next week they're going to the Maldives. Well, they're going to the Maldives in 2 weeks. Next week is the mental hall.
Guys, we have some bad news.
I don't know if you can tell by the quality of tonight's episode, but we're a little burnt out.
We need a fucking break.
A little burnt out. It's just, normally we get a break, and it's imperative to the quality of our podcast. So I think next week, with the mental hall, it's normally a crappy episode anyway. Mm-hmm. There's not much to talk about. We're going to take the week off. Okay? Mm-hmm. And then
please forgive us.
We'll be back for the finale the next week. Mm-hmm. What I don't understand is why didn't they stagger it, do mental hall on Sunday, finale the next day?
I don't know. Maybe ABC's running a little low on programming.
Yeah, that would be my guess. People are disappointed. That's really surprising. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Why?
For missing us.
So it's just going to be a week. You don't even have to watch the mental hall. And I don't know. I wonder if Lincoln will be there.
I don't know. I didn't see him in the preview trailer.
I doubt it. It's probably under house arrest or something. That means that next week we won't be reading from The Perfect Letter.
So enjoy it this week.
We are only going to do 2 more readings from this. Then we're going to retire it. Okay, I think this is the last season. We've really milked a lot out of this.
Guys, it's not very good. I don't know how many more interesting parts we can find.
I think I found a good one. I think I found one. I kind of like that we've been doing it out of order without context. I'm afraid if we keep reading, we're going to provide enough context so it all makes sense.
Cassandra, will you guys be covering Bachelor in Paradise? Yes, we will. Yeah. We will be doing Paradise.
There's going to be some scheduling issues there as well, just because of my job.
Because they run Mondays and Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
So we won't be able to do our live pod immediately after
so we'll have to
the Tuesday night episode. So luckily, I don't go to a job anymore. So Wednesday afternoon may be an option.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll just see how that one goes.
Tommy still goes to a job, so.
Yeah, and then, I have a trip probably around the last week of Paradise, so we might have to end the season early. Yeah.
If you keep reading that book, your noses will fall off.
Okay.
I don't know what. What?
We've got 2 more.
I don't know what that means.
I think it's so erotic.
It's just so erotic that our noses will fall off from all the eroticism.
So we have a new male character tonight.
Oh, thank God. Am I reading him or are you?
I am.
Okay.
You're reading Lee. But I don't know how I'm going to do his accent. So we'll quickly take a poll. If you guys suggest an accent in the comment section, I'll try to do it, okay?
We'll wait for 30 seconds.
Yeah, we'll wait for a little bit.
Because there's a delay.
Meanwhile, we can talk about something that's going on in our lives. So, Jenny, how was your weekend? What did you do?
Saturday we didn't do much because it was rainy. We went to the brewery.
Okay.
This is actually a funny story. So we got everything ready. Leaving the house with an infant is just kind of ridiculous. It takes you like 3 times as long as it used to when you were a normal adult. Because you got to get food and toys and whatever the fuck. So we exit the house and Jeff immediately goes, I don't have my keys. Do you have your keys? And I was like, nope, I do not have my keys. Luckily, my mom lives a mile away. Called her up. She was just finishing her lunch. I was like, hey, Mom, we're let out. She's like, you're kidding, right? I was like, nope. So my mom came over, let us into our house.
Supposed to be suggesting
we got
accents.
The keys to. Come on, Heather.
I
know. I'm a riveting storyteller.
No, yeah.
She came over, let us into our house, and we're like, "You want to come to the brewery with us? I feel like we owe you a beer." Okay. And so she came, and it was nice.
Fun.
It was
Fun. Still have not gotten an accent suggestion.
My mom only has one beer that she likes.
Oh, what is that?
At the brewery near us. It's a tart cherry wheat.
Okay.
It's called King Balaton.
Tart.
She likes it.
Okay.
Oh, we love your mom. I love her too. She's the best. No one suggested an accent, so.
Okay, should I just do Scottish?
Just whatever comes out. Can you do a Scottish accent?
Not really, so let's find out.
Let's try.
Australian. All right, thank you.
There we go.
Australian. Okay. Russell. 1 second.
That's a really long part for you.
It's, Craigie. Okay. I'm good to go.
Testing.
We're on page 260.
Okay.
Russell looked pleased he'd said this, as if he'd been waiting for her to come around to that conclusion. You know, you don't want to do that, he said. Even if I smell the cops behind me, it's off to jail with you, sugar. A nice fat anonymous packet of letters in your own handwriting will arrive at the district attorney's office. And don't think Ben Rhodes won't enjoy doing it too, seeing as how you got his only son wrongly convicted and Ben fired from his job and all. He's practically salivating at the thought of you doing some serious time. All right. Jenny.
I'm a professional. Lee felt cold. The money would not be enough to get Russell and Ben off her back. She was now complicit in their crimes, and to save her own skin, she was going to have to keep silent. Even Jake's arrival wouldn't be enough to put him off now, because Jake was in on all of it. They had her. They owned her completely. They could keep extorting money from owners all over the country, and Lee would have to keep her mouth shut just like everyone else. She felt dirty, like she needed a shower. Go. Do it. Do it.
So that about it, Sherlock? He said, rapping his knuckles on the arm of the chair with relish and standing up. Wait 1 second. Crikey. Can I have my money now?
Lee kept her eyes on him, only on him. She wouldn't think about Jake on his way here. She wouldn't answer.
Oh, come on. Russell said, I've changed. Sorry, I might just
You can do it.
Oh, come on, Russell said, his temper flaring. I saw you come out of the bank. I saw you come back with a duffel bag. I know it's here. Just hand it over, and you can go back onto your nice little life.
You're doing good. There was no point in stalling for more time. Jake and Chloe weren't going to be able to fix this mess. It was time to pay up. Finally, Lee went to the door of the cottage and pulled the duffel out from underneath a pile of clothes. She shoved it at him. Here, she said, and I never want to see you again in my life.
Russell looked at the bag greedily. He set it down on the bed and unzipped it, picking up a couple of bundles of cash and flipping through them quickly. You may see me again. You may not, he said. Depends on whether you're a good girl or a bad girl from now on. I suggest you be a good girl, eh, Meryl? Am I Katharine Hepburn now? I don't know what's going on with this accent.
She flung open the door of the cottage. Outside, a couple of conference attendees packing up to go home were startled by the noise and looked up to see what the commotion was about. Get out, she said.
This is actually mine, this last one. Satisfied, Russell put the money in the bag and zipped it. Gladly, he said. He paused at the door and put his clammy hands on her waist, pulling her close to him and laying a long, wet,
rapey, this
disgusting kiss on her, directly on her mouth. Then he pulled away and took a long, lingering look at her. I don't blame Jake, he said. I'd have gone to jail for you too. Then he turned and went out the door.
This book is so rapey.
And scene.
The man with the ponytail does this too.
I think that was the man with the ponytail.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well still rapey.
Boy, that Australian accent is flawless.
Crocodile Hunter.
So awful.
Oh, guys, that was so good. I'm really proud of you, actually.
For staying
You
with it.
sustained that way better than I thought you would.
Oh man, it's terrible. That was not a good accent. Whew.
But you committed.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. Thanks
Good
so
on you,
much.
mate.
Yeah, good on you. Hello. I guess that was a good rating. We're gonna take next week off. Next date we see ya will be in August. Right? August 6th.
Fifth?
August 6th, the finale.
6th, yep.
So until then, we will see you next week.
Enjoy, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.